All right, so this is music titled Prisoner. It is music from the late Lucky Dube. He says education is the key and crime does not pay. As a nation, as a country, what is our direction? What is our sense of purpose? Especially for the youth of this country, so that when somebody is young and growing up, the person has a particular focus or aim in life, a dream of a sort, where the person is hoping to reach something that is positive enough to reflect and rub off society. This morning when I was introducing the show, I was asking this question as to how safe your neighborhood is. It was the question I was asking. How safe is your neighborhood? Can you get home around 11 p.m., 12 midnight, even 1 a.m. and feel safe going home? Can you wake up around 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and say you're jogging in your neighborhood? Is it as safe in your neighborhood? By extension, do you feel Kumasi is safe? Let me tell you a story, about something that happened last Thursday in my area. Now, apparently there are two brothers. There are two brothers. And these two brothers, live in my area. And their main, I won't say occupation, but what they engage in is crime. They steal. So they wouldn't mind scaling a wall, entering into somebody's home. The one that I have a video of, and that's a sad thing. It was caught on CCTV camera. At a point, we showed it to the police. I gave it to the police myself. The police didn't do much about it. So they scale your wall, enter through the ceiling area, enter your room, open the door, and rob you of your stuff, your possessions. Now, these same two boys, in that same area, will be robbing people of their mobile phones and their wallets and their bags. They will enter into your home and they will steal your car batteries, amongst other things. People in the area, they knew what these guys were into. They knew about it. But they never reported. There are people who have been robbed by these same guys, but yet they never went to the police station to report, and ask myself why. So he was butchered to death. I sent the pictures to some people. They have not been able to watch it up till now. It tells you about the anger amongst the people in the area, and they wanted to just vent their spleen on him on Thursday last week when he went on another robbery spree. Stanley, you saw the picture. I don't know what you make of it. You saw the video. I don't know what you make of it, but it was gruesome. You cannot watch it. Now, fast forward. There's another group of people. Two of them, let me put it that way. And last Friday or thereabout, they decided to record a video of themselves displaying all manner of weapons, things that are not supposed to be used as weapons. They were displaying it as weapons. So you can talk about knives, you can talk about scissors, plus other things. And in the video, all they are saying is that, listen, they will come rob you. And if they want to rob you of your possessions and you resist or you fight or you prevent them from doing it, they will stab you. And then when you go home and you ask what happened and you narrate it, they will tell you, now, why are you laughing? They call themselves the Eputoja gangsters. And just like them, the boy who was killed last week in my neighborhood, he has some Rasta hairdo, he has some tattoos. If you join us on Facebook right now, we're showing you that video that they made of themselves threatening to rob people and injure them or hurt them if need be. Join us on Facebook right now on LUV 99.5 FM and watch it and listen to them yourself. It's on LUV 99.5 FM on Facebook. Join us there right now. If for whatever reason you cannot join us on Facebook, I have extracted the audio from the video and I'll be sharing that with you. But when you join us on Facebook, you're not just going to see them say the things they said. We'll also show you videos of when, this young man was engaged in a conversation with somebody who will call his girlfriend and a child he was holding that who might purport to be his child. So it's on Facebook on LUV 99.5. When you join us there, don't just watch the video, but drop comments as well. Do you feel safe in your neighborhood? And aside from that, if you know of somebody who is a criminal in your area, he steals from people, will you report to the police? Tell us about it as well. But for now, take a listen to what they had to say in the audio that we extracted from the video.
Yeah, for the gang,
Oh, bag na bomb chino.
Yeah, Jua, I'm moving. I say, P. Quiet day.
Yeah, Jua gum. What I say, Fanny Demon Tam. And control for pistol for rare gangsters. Yeah, whoa. When Jima, I be whoa. Demon Ganchanana.
Jim.
She me dread no. What I say,
And demon time is 2:30 a.m. If you want to know what demon time is all about, demon time is a time 2:30 a.m. is demon time. Dr. Jones Opugua is my guest in the studios of Love 99.5. He is a criminologist. He understands these things. Doc, as always, we're grateful to you for making time to join us.
All right. Good morning to you, David, and also good morning to your listeners and viewers. You're looking nice this morning.
Oh, I always look nice. I want to copy you, so I try. Only, as much as I try, I can't match up.
Oh, come on. Yeah, demon time. Yes, I mean, criminological sense, we say nothing good happens after 12 midnight.
Nothing good happens after 12 midnight.
Yeah,
that is where I have a concern where some churches will organize, what do you call it, all-night services.
Yes.
Where the pastor, some of them have bodyguards, have good cars, they will drive home, and people who attend the church would have to look for Trotsky or Uber or what do you call it, taxi, and go home.
And what will be touched if you are coming home during the demon time?
You're in trouble.
And based on our research, we get to realize that churches are becoming hotspots, for certain criminal activities because one, if you look at what happens within church time, you get to find a lot of people with money, people, with all those kind of what we call crime attractors and crime generators. So yes, it makes those places, easy target for criminals as well as the individuals that patronize.
And sometimes I ask myself, does God only listen to prayers after midnight, or what?
Yes,
because for safety reasons, I don't see why you would organize an all-night service. But you've seen the video. I mean, where we showed you. These young boys, I will not give them beyond 23 years.
No.
They will not be beyond 23 years. And listeners, the video is on Facebook on LUV 99.5 FM. Now, I'm saying their age here because, the young man that I said was killed in my area, per the banner that the same group of his have done, and they're looking for money from people, it's written on it 23 years.
Wow.
Alistair John, the young man who killed Ahinkan at, Sokoban.
Yes.
Being a houseboy for
22 years or so.
Was 22 years.
Yeah.
These young guys, like I'm saying, same age. So having seen this video and their age and the fact that they could record themselves making threats, and fortunately they've been arrested. And the police says, well, one of the charges is causing fear and panic.
Yes.
What do you make of all that is happening, Doc?
Okay, thank you very much, Dave, once again. It's a very worrying trend, and I think that as a people and as a country, we all should be worried about what we are seeing and hearing from these guys. But I am also not surprised. I am not surprised because this is a subculture that has built up over the period, resulting from a failure of our society, especially how we raise our children and give them the right value systems for them to be able to function very well as members of society. So, Dave, when a child is born into a society, you are born into a family. So the sociology people will tell you that the family is the basic unit of society, meaning that the family should reflect the larger society in terms of what the society wants, its value systems and all that. What we've seen over the period is a failure by the family system to actually socialize its members to become functioning members of the society. And now, what do we mean by socialization? Socialization simply means that we are supposed to imbibe in the children the basic values of society. And what do we mean by values? Values are basically our sense of right and wrong. Okay, so those things that give us conscience, that makes us to understand things that are wrong and things that are right. The family is failing. Okay, so our value system could include even issues of wealth. How do we acquire wealth? Okay, so if you look at the way our system has been configured now, people don't care about how people become wealthy. We don't give the children that are coming the right values related to wealth.
And when it comes to upbringing, it's not just about family, is it?
Yes.
Society plays a role.
Definitely.
And when I talk about society, I'm talking about even the churches, the mosques, and others. So, and unfortunately, we live in an era where, let me borrow the words of the late president, Dufiasem. Members of the society do not feel comfortable to poke their noses into the upbringing of somebody's child.
Yes.
Because everybody is scared and worried as to what the response
will be. Yes, and you see, in the olden days, it wasn't like that.
It was not, yeah.
Yes, you and I would know that everybody felt responsible for each other. Even for, I'm a barracks boy. I grew up in barracks. Okay, I remember there was a time that we were supposed to have physical education, and, it was within a certain time period. And then some soldiers were passing in the school and they realized that all the classes were going on, but my own class, we were outside and we were still playing. And now he brought all of us into the classroom and disciplined us, making sure that, look, once the bell had been rung for you to report back to class, everybody was supposed to leave everything else.
Whether there was a teacher there,
whether there was a teacher or not, you should go in, take your books, and start reading on your own. Okay, that was how everybody felt responsible for each other, and even for children that were not theirs. And now you and I will be very honest that is not the situation we have now.
Indeed, it is not.
Okay, so what we have now is a subculture that has built up, a culture where we have a group of people who have values that deviate remarkably from the mainstream culture of the society and what the society would ideally want us to be.
Doc, hold, pause there for me. And Joel, I want you to this time around show the video, the picture of when they were arrested. So Leo Stanley will say that upon all their, bravado and they are too known and all that. Joel, we'll show this one later. When they were arrested, look at how solemn they are. I mean, can you imagine you sleeping at night? And listeners, join us on Facebook. I want you to appreciate the conversation as well by seeing what I want to talk about. Imagine you going to bed at night and then somebody like this, look at his stature. Look at how dirty, unkempt they are.
Yeah.
And they enter your room, and because they have a machete or they have a gun or they have a knife or they have a scissors, they're able to rob you of your possessions. And sometimes, unfortunately, maybe even rape.
Yeah, and kill you.
And kill people.
And you see, the sad thing is that
about
these
guys... makes me
Exactly.
If they're coming 1-1-1, but they're coming in 3s or 4s or 5s.
Yes, because they belong to a group. And I said that's why it's a subculture. Normally, these guys don't work alone because they belong to a certain group. Okay, a group that has certain values that deviate. They are always in group operation. So they will never come alone. And now when they come, looking at who they are, look at them. These are people who have nothing basically to lose.
Yeah.
Okay, so once they come at you, that's why he can tell you in the video that, look, when we come at you, you have to give us what you have. If you don't give it to us, we'll kill you. Even if you don't kill and we maim you, we ask you, what did you go there to do? Okay, so these are guys who have nothing to lose. And now that is the problem we have, because when you have to deal with a teeming youth of people who feel that, look, they have nothing to lose and therefore anything can happen to them, they don't care. That is where the problem is. Because these guys have basically resorted to a life of crime.
So nothing is restraining them.
So nothing restrains them. Because it is about what they want and using all forms of means at their disposal to achieve it.
Now, Joel, I beg of you, show me that video where, he has a lady with him. Obviously, he's in love with the lady, and then the one with the child as well. So take it from the beginning. Take it from the beginning, Joel. And listeners, join us on Facebook. Yeah, so that's the beginning. And Joel, show this one for some time for me. Listeners, join us on Facebook. We're telling you about this guy who says he's going to rob you of your possessions. If you fail or refuse to give it to him, he's going to, injure you, harm you. Okay. He has a girlfriend though. The girlfriend, I'm sure, knows what this guy is into.
Yeah.
He has a child. And he's highly on drugs. I mean, that's the thing I want to talk about now. They are not doing this with their, naked eye.
Yes.
They have some influence that is something that's, given them.
Yes.
How bad is the situation when it comes to the use of drugs amongst the youth of this country?
Yes, it is that bad because if you look at most of the data on drug use, for instance, in my PhD studies, I look at, drug possession and drug use, and you could see the percentage of people who are actually either possessing drugs or actually using drugs. And that is what makes it more serious, because you see, once a person is on drugs and he comes at you, whatever happens, sometimes they don't even realize what they are doing.
No, but at the tail end of this, forgive me, Doc.
Yes.
At the tail end of this very video that is showing on Facebook, look at his posture.
Yes.
Look at this.
So imagine this guy has a gun in his hands and he presses the trigger. He could actually kill you, Dave, without even realizing that he shot you. Okay, and if you have our youth becoming like this, it means that the whole society is on the brink. And the saddest part of this is that we have a number of youth having this kind of scenario playing on in their lives.
Now, is this the reason why they would video themselves threatening people and not knowing the consequences of what they're doing? Is that what it is?
It could be. But then, it is also a subculture. And now, if you look at the characteristics of such culture, what they have to do is to be able to show a certain level of bravado. Because within the subculture, your status is dependent on how deviant and troublesome you can be. How you can
they
be.
say you're hard.
Exactly.
Crazy,
so if you look at the video, he was calling out some people, demon. Haven't you told them? Okay, trying to draw his members' attention to the fact that he is a strong guy and he has the capacity to do what he says he's carrying out. And that is the subculture that these kind of groups who feel so, I should say, so disgruntled within society. This is the kind of behavior they exhibit.
If they feel disgruntled, whose fault is it?
I mean, it's a fault of the society. Basically, that was what I was trying to narrate. It has a certain pattern. We look at the family. You also talk about other institutions that has to go into the socialization of our children. For instance, the education system. When the children go to school, and let me tell you this, children who start and get to this point, normally it start from a certain place, normally within schools, where you can see that they start exhibiting signs of truancy. And now once the truancy sets in and it is not controlled, they get into gangs. And now once gang membership comes, that is where they begin to build an identity. So most of them, one way for them to show their identity is to show tattoos on their body. So if you look at these guys, you can see he has a tattoo. The tattoos and those images are insignias that should communicate to anybody who understands gangs behavior.
And those are poorly made tattoos.
That's what he can afford. That's what he can
exactly,
afford.
At their level, that's what he can afford.
And I'm saying that again. Doc, you land and ask my question, please.
Yes. So what is basically trying to show? So you see my Rasta. He's just trying to let you know that, look, for my group, this is who we are. And this is our signal. And therefore, when you see us, you need to be careful.
And the guy whom I said was butchered to death in my area, tattoos and dreadlocks or Rasta.
Yeah.
This guy, tattoos and the Rasta. But looking at the age, I said that the guy who was butchered in my area to death last Thursday, per the banner I saw, 23 years. Alistair John, who killed the boss. Sokoban, 22 years. These guys definitely will not be beyond 23 years.
I think it was 23 from the reporter.
The police, yes. So the question is this. It doesn't mean they started at the age of 23. They started maybe before the age of 23.
That is it.
And they've grown deep into it.
Yes. That is why I told you that it is not an event. It's a process. It starts from somewhere. And this guy, if you ask me, probably he has a GSS education. Okay. And now if we should go back into his educational background, probably he started showing signs of truancy right from probably primary school or GSS. And now once that is not contained, now they begin to seek new identities. Okay. And one way for them to get the identity, because they feel that they can't get the identity from the normal institutions of society, they need to find it within certain groups. And one of those groups is to join gangs. So gangs basically, what they seek to do is to seek control and to seek control over resources. Okay. So if you look at them, that is essentially what is happening. They are seeking the identity, and the identity they have now is to join gangs. And the gangs will give them all those kind of security that they think the ordinary society does not give them.
So my next question is this, and this I've gotten a lot of information about this guy that I said was butchered in my area.
Yes.
The father is a trotro driver, and they have been able to put up some 2-bedroom apartment. That's where they live. When he returned from prison, then he has evicted his father from the house and now occupied a place with his gangs. And I ask myself, so the father who has been evicted by this 23-year-old deceased boy or man, couldn't he have reported to his family that is what my son is doing? Couldn't he have even gone back to the police to report to the police and say my child is still into criminal activities? Why do we fail to report people who are criminals and engage in criminal activities when we know clearly what they do? How come we're failing to report them?
Dave, you remember some time ago when I came here, I told you that as part of my PhD studies, I realized that if you want to understand the patterns of crime, one thing we have to look in the Ghanaian context is what we call social support system. And that in other countries where social support systems are used to control crime, in Ghana, it is actually used to protect and facilitate the commission of crimes. And our social support system basically comes from family, even comes from relatives, people within the community. So that when crime is being committed, instead of using that support system to give them away, we use it to protect them. It is the reason why when Leo should find himself committing a crime and being arrested by the police, you see Dave and probably the managers of multimedia with their kente cloth and everything going to the police station and trying to beg for the release of.
We don't allow the punishment to take
exactly. So parents, instead of using the social support system to protect the society, they actually use it to facilitate the commission of crime by people they are related to. And that is what is causing. That is the reason why, even when they know that their children are involved in the commission of crime, they prefer to keep their thief at home than to give them to the society for the society to actually.
And per extension, even when you go on our streets and a trotro driver misconducts himself, when the police wants to work, the police, some of them will take the bribe. But again, you have big men who go and say, trotro Mikao, or then they'll plead with the police for the person to be released. But if we allow the punishment to go on, it serves as a deterrent, whether in traffic, whether in terms of crime or whatever, then we are getting
and
somewhere.
That is how society is supposed to be made safe. Because when people commit crimes, we must allow the criminal procedure to run to an end. Okay, we don't seek to truncate it along the way, because you see, once we begin to protect those criminals using the support systems, we embolden them, because they know that once they commit any crime, all that they know is that, look, they have to call some few people who will come to their aid, and by the time we realize, they are back on the street. That is why most of the time, if you look at murder cases in the country, robbery cases, people will say, but this guy was arrested for, and the next 2 weeks you see the guy. How did the guy get back on the street? It is because he has certain social support systems that protect him.
When we posted the flyer or the artwork, then Leo comes in with some, messages where some people could attest to the fact that this guy, he's robbed me of my mobile phone before using a machete.
Yes.
So the question is, what did you do about it?
Good.
There are people who are of the conviction that reporting to the police will not yield much result, because even your identity might be given out by the police.
Yeah, I think that is a genuine concern, and it is one major reason why we don't seem to get hold of a lot of these criminals. Because over the period, we've seen police people give out certain informants, predisposing their life to these guys, and I have seen situations where certain people have been picked up by the police, and now they come back and threaten the community that, you were the guys that went to report to me. I'm coming after you. Okay, and they carry out the threats that they give out to people. Okay, so it's a thing that we have to look at it from various dimensions. Whilst we are looking at the social support systems, using it to protect them, you must also look at institutional systems. And here we are talking about the security agencies. When people give you the information, how safe would those people be? Okay, how are you able to police the communities so that people can come out, and report such kind of things when it's happening? And I've said over the period that, you see, our police service must also stop being reactive when it comes to policing crime. And they can stop being reactive if they allow these systems to work, where they can guarantee people, safety when certain information is given to them. And I think that is where they have to also avert their minds to.
All right, so you can still join us on Facebook and watch the videos if you have not seen them, see when they were arrested and all that. It's all on Facebook on LUV 99.5 FM. When you join us on Facebook, we'd also like to hear from you what you make of the situation. Is your neighborhood safe? Your neighborhood, is it safe? Are you able to go home around 11 or 12 midnight? Or is it demon time for you, so therefore you're not comfortable going home around that time? Aside from that, are you able to wake up around 4 a.m. or 5 and say you're going on a jogging because you want to stay healthy and all that? What's the state in your neighborhood? You can join us on Facebook on LUV 99.5 FM and drop comments as well. Now our WhatsApp number is 05511119995. Join us on WhatsApp as well with your thoughts and your experiences. Maybe you have been robbed at knife point or scissors point or machete point or gun point before. How was the experience like for you? You can share that with us as well. But Dr. Jones, Bukwai, the police have been swift. I dare say. I mean, the thing happened on Friday. We saw the video on Friday. We're deliberating as to whether the police will be able to cause some arrest. I called ACOP Juliana Obeng, who then gave me ACP Kofi's number to speak to and all that. But when I was engaging with her, then she was like, "Oh, Charlie, the people have been arrested."
Great.
Swift for you enough? Or
yes, I think it's good, and this is a marked departure from what I've known the police, especially within the region, to do over the period, and I have to give it up to them. They've done well, because you see, guys like this are not supposed to be on the street.
But for how long can you hold them?
Yes, and now the police will have to find a way, to prosecute them and to get them off the street. And now, if you look at our laws, threat of harm and threat of death are all criminal acts, and therefore we must allow the full rigors of the law to go. So I'm thinking that once they have them in their possession, they should apply the appropriate laws to get these guys off the street, so that they don't come back and now come and threaten people.
Can we get them off the street forever for good? They will come back.
Yes, that is why.
Unfortunately, even when we put them in cell or prison, the reformation, how well are we reforming them?
Good.
I mean, how well are we even taking them to places where they could have, what's the name of that thing when somebody's on drugs?
Rehabilitation.
Rehabs.
Yes.
Rehab centers. I saw a video that our chairman, Jim Agla, posted somewhere last week. And there was a girl who was at a place where she was taking drugs. Or they get drugs. And somebody wanted, a philanthropist, some generous person wanted to take her off the place to go give her treatment at a rehab center.
Yeah.
Even when she was about to leave, she had to take her last drug shot.
Yeah.
You see the video that
it
girl?
happened at Grove Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no they had drugs. But fortunately, she's been taken to a rehab.
You know
for help.
the thing that they hold that she pulled the thing from
The coke.
Yeah, they said no ship kum. Yeah. So those are some of the terms that they use there.
Yeah.
Ship kum means even if you are as rich as a ship merchant, and then you get hooked to that thing, all your riches is going to go into that small hole.
Yeah, and it's true because you see, once you become dependent on the drugs, you have to find a way to sustain it every time. And those psychedelic drugs like cocaine and those heroin, once you get hooked on it, it's very, very difficult.
That's where my next question was going to come from. And Doc, the question is this: in that video, you could tell that a lot of the boys who were hooked up into the drugs were saying, "Oh, next time so they want to stop."
What it means is that
they want to stop.
They really have a certain desire to be helped.
Yes.
But then the institutions of state have not been built in such a way that it is not working to, rehabilitate those kind of people. Okay, recently I think I also saw a video of a guy on Facebook who was appealing for help. I think some people came to his aid, and now the guy in less than 1 month has been so much reformed. And I think that these are the kind of institutions we have to build. Because look, we cannot have a society of saints. That one, we cannot have that. But then those who fall out of the line, how do we get those people back into the line? And I think that is where, as a country, we've been failing, especially in building those institutions that can rehabilitate people who have gone out of the line and need help. And I think that the prison system, you see, I've spoken about the penal system we have in this country some time ago, and I feel that probably the approach we are using is not helping. Probably we need to check the Norwegian way, because you see, you ask the question, Dave, how long can we continue to keep them? What it means is that even when they go into the prison system, there's a time we feel that they will have to come back.
Yes.
Do we want to still have recidivists within our system where they go into the prison, come back, and now have to go back? What systems are we putting in place that once the person goes in, the person is better reformed and comes out? We don't have to use this kind of retributive approach that we have in the prison system. That look, hey, let's put him in the prison to punish him. You're trying to say, that is the problem we have. Now, what it means is that the people go in, become more hardened, and now they come back and even become extra hardened. That is why we have a lot of recidivism rates higher in the country.
Joel, I've sent you that video of this young girl, who is hooked onto drugs, and somebody wanted to help her out. So Joel, you can check your WhatsApp in about some 30 seconds or so, and then share it. And so let's just in about a minute, that video would also be on Facebook. Go check out this girl. She says she needs help.
Yes.
We'll be activating the phone lines now on 03220-83596, 03220-83597, and 03220-83598. You can call us now. But Stanley, some Facebook comments, read it out.
Okay, so this is coming from Stephen Opoki. He says, "This is
Stephen who? Opoki?
Yeah. Said
I'm sure it should be Stephen Opoku.
No,
okay.
This is directly copied from Facebook, so it's Opoki. Said, "This is mind-boggling and it is cause for worry. It's cause to worry about." And say, and senior answer says, "Dave, most of these criminals know the police and have a good relationship with them. You report them and later the police will expose you to them. Trust me, Dave, some of the policemen are not to be trusted. Now, the big question is, how do you know the trusted ones? Seriously, we are not safe at all in this country. It has happened to me before, so I know what I'm talking about." From Archangel J. Gabi, he says, "David, we are not safe in our neighborhoods. These criminals are everywhere and in all suburbs." And Victor Ozunu says, "Thank God they have been arrested."
All right, so those are some of your messages. And in case you have not seen the video, we're talking about 22, 23-year-old boy. Yeah. So, born of a woman. And if you are that woman, how do you feel having given birth to such a child? Yeah. You have failed this child. He's only 23 years old. Question is, when did he start?
Yeah. Did you see his girlfriend?
Yeah, but we showed the video of the girlfriend.
And Dave, it will shock you some of the girls these guys run.
Yes.
Like you think about it and you are like, how?
Yeah, you'll not understand. But there's a dynamics that work. They offer them, you see, women normally want a sense of security. And these guys provide them with that sense of security. Okay, so they are not looking at the physical side of them. They are looking at the fact that these guys are hard and they can protect them. So that is the dynamics that comes our way. It's very trivial, but that is the mindset.
All right, so you can call us now. Now we're done with the messages from Facebook. You can call us on 03220-83596, 03220-83597, 03220-83598, and you would see what we're talking about. We want to hear from you. I mean, what do you make of the attitude of the youth of today? Whether you feel safe, in your neighborhood and all that. Let's hear from you. And now the video is also ready. It's going to be on Facebook in a bit, where Joel is going to show that video of that young girl who is hooked onto drugs big time, and she was being given some help. Okay, so until the phone calls come through, let's go into WhatsApp and hear what people are saying on the WhatsApp console.
Hello, good morning to you, David Akwete, and your team, Love FM. Dave, you see, we live in crazy world these days. Now you see these children, or let's say these guys, check their age. They have been so bold to even just come out to tell us what they are going to do. They have the mindset, and they have been just poise what is inside their mind out. And when they're being arrested, or let's say being arrested by the citizens, when we take them to the police will also just write statements. Afterwards, they say, okay, go. Come and report on the next day. But the next day when you come and say, oh, we have no charges against them, they have been discharged, or let's say they have been taken to court. But meanwhile, they find themselves moving around the community that we live. A person who has threatened to kill other for no reason to even just rob the fellow. What crime have I been a citizen, a good citizen who is going on my normal duties? What crime have I committed? That somebody want to wound me, somebody want to even just kill me for my belongings. And we are leaving these people, just leaving them rally around us. When you even get an info, you lead to the police. The police will also just give the fellow another information that this person came to report you. This is the kind of society that we find ourselves in, and this is how we live in Ghana. It's really becoming one too many. I don't know.
I didn't know. Now, see, it could be you, it could be me. So, I'm told we had a laser challenge with the phone line, so it's been restarted. I'm sure that this time around, if you call, you get through and we can talk to you. We lost your baby on the line. Yeah, I'll be glad to hear what your story is or what your contribution is. So the numbers again, 03220-83596, 03220-83597, 03220-83598. Now that video that I asked you to show you of that girl is still on Facebook. It's LUV.
You see the way
go and check out the girl on Facebook. It was a hard girl, but I'm told that now she's looking finer. Yeah, she's looking more reformed.
She's okay now.
Richard, good morning and thanks for joining us. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, King David.
Yes, boss. Good morning.
Happy birthday to Uncle Leo. I think the expert in your studios have said it all. When you started the discussion, what I was thinking is the last bit he talked about the fact that the police cannot be trusted. I mean, you see criminals within your community, and you weren't there, leaking any information out, because there are times that we've even had even the police themselves being armed robbers and all that. So they collaborate with them, and if you're there, you end up finding yourself in trouble. So I think that when we look at that side, if we reform our police institution, it will help a lot. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Richard, and thanks for calling us. Moses is also on the line. Hi, Moses. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Moses. Good morning. Welcome, sir.
Okay, yes. Thank you. My little contribution this morning. I think that as a country, our leaders are made from within us. Individually, we seem to... let me put it this way. Collectively, we seem to abhor wrongdoing or corruption, but individually we are corrupt or we don't abhor wrongdoing. The reason being that, so as a child is in school, the child is engaged in more practices, sometimes even exams more practices, and it's encouraged. This child is not punished, or this child is not taken seriously when he or she engages in those corrupt acts. He grows to be emboldened because the society did not see anything wrong when he was a child and was engaging in them. So he's empowered. So we should curb it in the name when the child is young, so that when he grows, as the Bible says, you will be refrained from them. Thank you.
Thanks very much for joining us. Daniel is also on the line. Hi, Danny. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, David. How are you?
Daniel, good to have you, sir.
Yes. So, David, I want to draw your mind back. About 2 years ago, you brought some ex-convicts into your studios, and they made a certain statement I'll never forget. That Krum Habakufo Ndisika. I don't know if you remember. And these same ex-convicts were showing you how they go for their robbery in connivance with the Ghana Police Service. I mean, we can never fight this battle in isolation. I have a church member who saw an act going on and went and reported to the police. The following week, these same people he went to report to them came to his house. And very unfortunately, he had traveled, but the armed robbers met his son and they cut the son's hand just to tell the father that next time if he tries that thing again, they will see what they will do to him. I mean, David, it's very sad in this part of our country that even the police that you are going to report, you are so scared that these same police people will give you out. And so when it happens, you just keep quiet and go and sit at your place, or you try your best to always stay safe. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Daniel. Godwin, good morning.
Good morning, David.
Yes, sir.
Another pathetic program, of which whenever you hear it, you think of the future of the youth of today. David, I think another thing that we have to be looking at, most of the time, the behavior sometimes of us all is like, let me go in the local diet. A cruel honor, a cruel etubet, a near kata. A dear boy near. Na ya baby be kuneni. You are near Jaho. A nisa kata, a dear boy near Saba. Yan we are them the day say 9 and 100 da. A baby baby can you be. Sometimes we talk of these issues, and when we finish after today, what happens? David, there are policies and programs in the Children's Act which is talking about rights of the child, and that is why we are here. And when we talk of the right, there are other policies in this same rights book that instead of us implementing to make sure that we correct the child, and also the responsibility of the parents, the responsibility of the caregivers, we are not doing anything about it. The resource person was talking about community helping to grow kids. It is in there that assemblies must form these groups, that is church, chiefs, social workers, and people notable in communities. So that in every district, you will see this community leadership there ready to support when the child is starting something of this sort, so that you will not grow with it. Secondly, look at our various cells now. How many police cells have juvenile cells? How many prisons that have correctional centers? So when we arrest children who have stolen maybe a phone for the first time, we go and add that child to the adults. That child comes and becomes a hardened criminal. So today he will call himself as a demon, because now he thinks he has gone beyond what he has to see. You see, these are some of the things that we have to start thinking of and practice, putting in place. Without this, David, we will continue to talk about this every day. And the police, sometimes it is true as some of them are saying, when the person that is coming to make report doesn't feel secured, there are instances that a community, somebody will be arrested, you come back and will be able to tell that you, this community, you people are all against me. And this is what you went and tell the police. Why should that, even if you want to leave the person, you have to tell the person what the community thinks about that person? So these are some of the things that is also not helping in making sure that we report. These are some of the things that we need to make sure we implement.
Well, thank you very much, Gordon, for joining us. You remember that youthful video that circulated some months ago, where young people, again, 22, 23, 24, some could be a two-edru, and they shot one person.
And
the person died.
Oh, Jesus!
So all the crazy things that happen.
Jesus when you were using
I think we need to find time and talk about the use of drugs.
Yeah.
The use of drugs.
Psychedelic drugs.
The psychedelic drugs.
Yes.
And the use of drugs. How people are introduced to the use of drugs and all that. It is crazy.
Yes.
But on Facebook again, we have Prince Amo, who says, let's recommend the police for their swift response. Mercy Imbura says, we are not safe at all. You can't walk out at 5 a.m. anymore. Datsun Jr. Talking about 5 a.m., this guy who does sports on Ishira.
Yeah.
Thick and tall guy, pal.
Yeah.
He traveled from his hometown, came back around 5 a.m. Small boys like this, they robbed him of his mobile phone. No, the guy he's thick tall, they robbed him of his mobile phone.
He can beat 3 of them at a go.
But I mean, at that point, they overpowered him because they have weapons. Yes, you have to surrender.
So Messi Mbora says, we are not safe at all. You can't walk out at 5 a.m. anymore. Datsun Jr. says, the person who took the video shouldn't also go scot-free. Latte says, David, these guys are social misfits and must not be allowed to operate in the society. Either we give them instant justice or our able anti-robbery squad should smoke all of them out. Either we build an isolated prison somewhere and keep them till they die. Those are some of the thoughts of people out there. Christmas is on its way to us.
Yes.
And I know that when it gets to Christmas, crime also goes up.
Yes.
What should we be doing between now and then?
Yes. Look, crime will happen when 3 things are present. Somebody who is motivated to commit a crime, then there is a target, and then there is a place where we call lack of guardianship. Okay, so when these things converge in time and space, the crime will happen. So as Christmas is happening, it's about to come, let us know that there are people who are motivated to commit crimes, whether to rob you or to, take things from you, from your car, or even come into your home and everything. Look, there are people who are motivated to do that. So we must watch the way we move around. We must also make sure that we don't make ourselves suitable targets, because based on the activities that goes on, people monitor your movement. Okay, now in criminological sense, there's something we call routine activity. So people have to watch you, for instance, Leo, and see that, Leo, he normally goes out at night, and now when he goes out at night, he normally comes around and use this route. This route, there is no light. Okay, so we can meet this guy there anytime and we are likely to get him. So we always have to look at that so that we don't make ourselves suitable targets. The state should also make sure that, look, things that will help protect people. For instance, the police being more present within our communities. If there are places where there's so much darkness, let's lit up the place. Now there are CCTV cameras. They are basically on the streets. Can we get some of them within the communities? And then the communities members must also be more conscious. Okay, they must pick up signals. People who seem to have very weird behaviors from the normal community behavior, and find a way to report to the police and make our communities more safe.
How about people like me who would want to, go jogging, or, maybe you have gotten some MCEB, runs deep into the night.
Yeah.
So you're coming home from an MCE event and all that. How do we stay safe?
That is why I said that, Dave, there must be a suitable target. So if you look at all these activities, they are basically routine activities, okay, but they make a suitable target for motivated offenders. So what we have to do is that once you want to do these things, make sure that you are well protected. Look, within this year, there was an incident that happened at Patasi, where a soldier who was going for jogging was hacked.
That's the brother of the Justice Minister.
Yes, he is now Major. I don't want to mention his name. Okay, and this is a soldier, a top military man, who was basically hacked. Okay, for just going for normal jogging.
Yeah.
So it should tell you that no one is safe, because once you put yourself in a place where you become a suitable target, the criminals will come after, because for them, all that they are looking out for is opportunity to strike. Well, so let's be careful.
We're giving you this education. We've had this conversation with you. It's my prayer that all the information, all the tips, all the advice has sunk in, and that we'll live by them. Leo Stanley, when I mentioned, that we need to have a conversation about people who are into drugs.
Yes.
How they are introduced to the drugs and all that. You said something. You said it's not going
down. No, it's spreading like wildfire.
Yes.
So if you're a parent, if you're a guardian, if you're an imam, if you're a pastor, and you cannot identify a child who's been introduced to drugs, you cannot help the child. You know, when they get into drugs, and the video we showed you of this young man who, you know, has a girlfriend and a child. You get to a point in time in the video, why I say he so dazed he doesn't know where he is.
You could not even stand.
Like doctor was saying, if this person enters your room, has a scissors or has a gun, he doesn't know.
They'll maim you without.
He doesn't know what he's doing. I mean,
there's no
to
attachment to it.
Anytime we talk about drugs, and especially with marijuana smoking, I always say that we really need to rethink the way that we punish the youth for those things. Because it's not working.
Yes. Because with this, what is happening is that his emotions and all those things have been muted. Okay, so he kills you, he doesn't even feel anything. That is it. And to think that, Dave, someone like you, a lot of people look up to you. There are so many people depending on you, and your life, God forbid, being taken away by such.
I mean, touch wood.
Yes. I mean, this will be so pathetic. Trust me. So the society, we need to be very serious in
Dr. Joseph Ugwari, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Dave.
God bless you.
God bless you too, my brother.
Now, you know, this festive season, DSTV promises you nothing but so much fun that ego, you know, over you. I mean, you know that we are, you know, your best plug for football, and we will bring you all the big games, the big commentary, and hopefully less VAR drama on the pitch this holiday season. Great movies make, you know, for great conversations, and we have gotten plenty for you with our numerous movie channels. You're sure to find the perfect movie to make your, you know, day perfect. Now, if you're looking for something to keep the kids entertained whilst you cook that sumptuous jollof, we've got you covered. Just hook them up with the Cartoon Network, Disney Junior, Nickelodeon, and any of our mini kids channels, and you are sorted. And if you happen to be stepping out, well, you've got the DSTV stream, so you don't miss out on anything. So just dial *759# to reconnect or stay connected today and be part of all the excitement. DSTV, it's your moment. Meanwhile, for information, I used to call because Betway's cash out just got way better. Their enhanced early partial and auto cash out feature lets you cash out bets, early. You cash out a portion of your ongoing bets, or even set your bets to cash out automatically. Now, all this to give you way more control over every thrilling bet you place. Sign up today at betway.com.gh. Don't forget that terms and conditions apply. It is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana and not for persons under the age of 18. Betway, listen, get way more. Now, MTN says I should tell you this. Now, did you know that the MTN Momo, has now gotten an app? Oh yes, MTN Momo has a brand new app specially designed to make your Momo experience easier, convenient, and faster. Just download the Momo app on Play Store or App Store on your smartphone and look out for the blue and yellow icon. It's that simple. Now, Momo app allows you to view your statements, pay bills, and do so much more. Use the app for your Momo transactions and enjoy 100% bonus when you recharge using the Momo app. So go on, download the Momo app now and start transacting with a Flex at no data cost. Just Momo it everywhere you go. But that's not all. It's a new world of doing business, and your business shouldn't be left out. It's time to get a Momo for Business today to accept payment from over 15 million Momo customers. All you need is a business registration certificate and your Ghana card. Applying to be an MTN Momo merchant has been made simple and fast. Now you just have to dial *5051# and follow the prompts, or apply online at momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh. Now you will receive a reference number which you can use to track your application. So don't get caught waiting. Enjoy secure transactions and convenient transactions for your business with MTN Momo today. Note that the application is free, so do not pay any money to anyone for a merchant payment solution. Report any fraudulent charges using the Momo app available on Play Store as well as App Store. Now, so I've been telling you that Leo Stanley, who's celebrating his birthday today, is also a snail farmer. Yes, he's into snail farming. And aside from the snail farming, in the evening he goes for rehearsals. He manages the Asaka boys. So in the evening he goes for rehearsals with them. And just like him, all right, we all are more than one thing. And that's why ABSA provides banking solutions for the many size of you. Now, whatever you need for the different size of you, ABSA has that product and services that can help you get it all done. Join ABSA to get every kind of banking solutions for every kind of you. Visit the nearest ABSA branch or absa.com.gh for more information. Now, a beautiful bank is celebrating 20 years in Ghana, and I'm talking about Societe Generale. Now, your secure and trusted partner is celebrating 20 years in Ghana. Now, this significant milestone wouldn't have been possible without you. Yes, our loyal customer. So this anniversary is dedicated to you. Now, it has been a journey of triumphs, successes, and innovative financial solutions crafted to give you, your family, and business the best solutions, the best outcomes always. Now, our partnership with you has seen you and your families grow, your business and institutions succeed, and many dreams come true. Today, we are celebrating 20 years with you. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is indeed you. All right, so in a bit, we'll be crossing over to Joy 99.7 for more on the Super Morning Show. But Anointed Electrical Engineering Services is here. Anointed Electrical Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA, and they also undertake, maintain, and repair all kinds of diesel engine generators. They also stock genuine spare parts of all kinds for various generators and also do generator rentals. Here in Kumasi, you can find them at TAT Yard off the Mayanka Road at Asokwa. In Accra, their head office is at number 77 Anointed House, and that is off the Odoko Malam Road. Call them on 0243-480-334 or 0544-340589. It is 0544-340589. All right, so what is your preferred color of tank? This festive season, make sure that you have the right tank available so you can, do your cooking and your washing and everything right at home. So I'm talking about Syntex tank here. Now, if you want a preferred color of choice when it comes to the tanks, Syntex has it. What guarantee do you want? Again, for your information, Syntex has it. And what kind of inner layer do you want? Is it double, triple, quadruple? Well, for your information, as many inner layers as you want, Syntex has it too. So remember, no matter what your water needs are, Syntex has it. Syntex tank, as always, are you strong, are you tough. Now, they have over 300 agents nationwide. And to order a tank, just call 0244-335168. You can also visit them on social media at Syntex Ghana or shop online on www.syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, as always, are you strong, are you tough. This Christmas, there's only one drink we're all going to use. In fact, today's birthday celebration, Stanley's birthday celebration, we're going to use Bigo soft drinks in Kwa. So wake up to a new taste of Bigo Cola. Nothing comes close to Bigo Cola, a drink of joy, both cold and sweet. Bigo drink is a range of soft drinks developed, bottled, and distributed in Ghana by Trillium Industrial Ghana. Now, Bigo Cola drink offers a great taste and superior value to consumers. Now, for your parties, your weddings, your funerals, and all occasions, reach out for Bigo drinks. Now, for those school children, listen, I bet you that's a drink of choice. So anytime you want a drink to quench your thirst, reach out for Bigo Cola and feel the taste of nature. For bulk purchases, all you need to do is to call 03-221-90877. Like I said, it's a quality product from Trillium Industries. Again, call 03-221-90877. Now, you want to fly to Accra or up north or even outside Africa, outside Ghana to Africa? Africa World Airlines is thrilled to celebrate 10 years of customer loyalty on your Lagos route. To join us in celebrating this milestone, seize the opportunity to book your tickets for as low as $164 one way, taxes included though. Head to our website or download our app to secure your seats now and take advantage of this incredible offer. Thank you for continuously choosing African World Airlines for all your travel needs. African World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world. Now, are you looking for an opportunity to study abroad? Are you facing challenges in your applications for international admissions, visa, and general travel? Listen, Astolinks International provides advisory on overseas education and general travel and immigration issues. They have specialized in countries such as Australia, UK, USA, Canada, Ireland, and New Zealand, and many other countries as well. They also offer professional advice on general travel and tours. Locate Astolinks International at 4A Popo Street, East Legon, adjacent Melcom in Accra, at the Basement City Mall here in Kumasi, and at the Liberation Road, Takoradi. You can call them on 0550-199-991. It is 0550-199-991. Visit their website, www.astolinks.net. At this point in time, we'll bring to you some more information, and then we'll cross over to Joy 99.7. But listen, before we bring that information to you, if you're a mother, and even some fathers are doing an amazing job in that stead, your favorite Cerelac fruit now comes in a refreshing new look and has the same nourishing whole grains fortified with iron plus. And guess what? Cerelac fruit can now be consumed from 6 months. Yes, you heard me right. Just, like your other favorite Cerelac variants because of the banana, the apple, and the orange fruit flakes. Remember, good nutrition is needed to support optimal growth and learning. Cerelac is all good, mom. Now, your favorite maize, wheat, rice, and fruit Cerelac variants from 6 months now comes in a refreshing new look. Enjoy the goodness of Cerelac with the same nourishing whole grains fortified with Iron Plus in exciting new look. Remember, good nutrition is needed to support optimal growth and learning. Cerelac is all good, mom. And this advert is FDA approved. But for now, we've got some messages for you.
Hey, Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2,500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problems in Kumasi.
How?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here in Kumasi, inside TAT yard off the Akmayanka Road, Asqua.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes.
If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Kumasi, call our hotline 0544 340 589
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after-sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
Hi, I'm Kweku. I make business pitches by day and play on soccer pitches by night. I gave both roles my all because I am more than just one thing. What about you?
We know you are not just about business. You also have other interests. That's why we are the bank that supports the many sides of you. Join ABSA to get every kind of business solution for every kind of you. Visit the nearest ABSA branch or absa.com.gh for more information.
My people, what comes to mind when you hear Black Friday? Jumia. How about free delivery and true convenience? Where do you get the best deals? Very well, you've heard the unanimous decision of the people. Jumia Black Friday runs from the 3rd to the 24th November. Download the Jumia app now and start shopping. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
OneXBet. Big bonuses, big odds, big wins. Download OneXBet app. Make a deposit and you get 300% bonus on up to 3,445 Ghana cedis. The biggest bonus ever. OneXBet is a reliable bookmaker. So head up to onexbet.com.gh. Register with promo code WELCOME Ghana and get a huge welcome bonus on your first deposit right now. Have a chance to win. OneXBet.